right, welcome back to beautiful Bombo Beach here in Kiama, New South Wales. We are the south coast, about an hour and a half south of Sydney, and one of Australia's most wave-rich environments. There's every sort of wave you can imagine around here.
And just around 130, 127th on the QS tour, and we see Kirra Pinkerton just taking up her first wave there. Great story behind Kirra Pinkerton. She's actually named after Kirra Point up on the Gold Coast, and one of her dreams is to surf Kirra with Robert Bartholomew. So I'm sure we can make that happen for her one of these days.
Yeah, that's amazing. The American continent down to Central America, mainland Mexico, Baja. They even own a little house over on the Hawaiian island of Kauai.
Living the dream, just like the Vahine Fierro here from Tahiti. Getting that wave all the way through into the inside shore break. So Kirra Pinkerton just opened up with a 2.33. That was Vahine's first wave. And we're just waiting on Kayla Nogueira, who has priority now at the back to open up her account here. It's one of the first point breaks you see when you're coming down the hill from Wollongong. As we see now, a surfer in white from South Africa, Kayla Nogueira, just working her way through that inside wave. Not too much on offer there for her, unfortunately. We've got the reigning world champ coming up in the next heat. It's still 26 minutes away, but be great to see Macy J. Callahan back out here at Bombo Beach as we see Kirra trying to find some open face on this left-hander. Again, it gets a little bit sort of soft through that middle section and then lands on that shallow shore break, and she manages to negotiate that inside section. Started almost a bit more on the northerly corner this morning, and then some of the men moved down to that southern end of the bank. As we see now Kayla again, just trying to stay busy out in the lineup. She's currently in that third place, looking to lock in her first meaningful score.
Last year and now going for the big one.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time that I've kind of been doing this. But yeah, it's...
At this stage, it's just under 20 minutes remaining. Vahine Fierro is out in the lead. Kirra Pinkerton in second place, looking for a 3.17, and Kayla Nogueira in third, looking for a 4.97 to go into the lead. Wendy Botha, probably the last South African. I think Australia claimed her halfway through those world title runs.
I think we did. All right, here goes Vahine Fierro on her backhand. Nice turn there, but just the one section. And she split that wave with Kirra Pinkerton, who is sticking with this one, seeing if she can't milk a little bit more out of this wave, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I really like the style that Vahine has on her backhand. Obviously honed on those reef breaks, where you've got a bit more time to kind of open up the shoulders a little bit and kind of draw those turns out on those point break and reef break waves, and she's found a little section there. Even though it was only one turn, did it with a lot of style and grace, and it's great to see the Tahitian here mixing it up with the world's best. 18 of the best under 19 surfers in the world here. This was the left-hander, Kirra Pinkerton, on her backhand. T Street in San Clemente would probably be one of her local breaks. And she tried to find something on the inside here, a few little bonus points, but it was not to be for her. But Vahine Fierro, that one turn, here she comes. Watch how smooth she is here. Smooth bottom turn, no hitches on that turn. Nice full complete maneuver, and she bags a 5.33. That's the highest scoring wave of the heat so far. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see sort of how her mindset is for this event, whether she feels pressure of having to go back to back, or whether because she's got the one in the bag, she's free to kind of just flow with the events. And speaking of flow, I've been really impressed by the style of Vahine Fierro from Tahiti, locking in a wave here that seems to have a bit more open face as she comes right across the bank, right into where the rocks meet the sea here. And she finishes off there with a little inside tag, and Kirra Pinkerton now on the left-hander.
Yeah, you mentioned Vahine's flow. She really does look effortless across those waves, and she's picked up a good one there. She's looking to replace a 3.83. I'm going to say she's done it. She just looked seamless across the length of that wave. It wasn't the biggest one, but none of them in this heat have been. And she threw plenty of spray and moved effortlessly from turn to turn. Vahine Fierro has dropped in a 5.37, and well, she's in first, but Kirra Pinkerton answered back with the highest scoring wave of the heat so far, a 6.23. She now needs a 4.47 for the lead with just over 7 minutes remaining. Kayla Nogueira, well, she's recording an 8.67 as well. And great to hear Pam's thoughts on the state of the women's tour as we see the replays now of this is Vahine's wave.
Yeah, she just
a beautiful style.
The style, that's right. She got a 5.37 for this wave. Unfortunately for her, just not too many opportunities for some big stand-up lift for her to break down. But she surfed that wave really well and milked it for all it was worth. So 5.37 for her. She's still in the lead, courtesy of that wave and a 5.33.
I cannot wait to see Steph Gilmore. Yeah, I'm goosebumps too, taking off at supers and just flying down the line as we see Kirra Pinkerton on her backhand. And, well, she threw everything she had into that section and it went nah and swatted her right back. But, you know, you've got to take some risks to gain the reward. So 5 minutes 40 to go. Kirra Pinkerton looking for a 4.47. She's not going to get it with that one. But good to see the surfers laying it all on the line.
And I think I got that right. We'll double check that one. But yeah, there's not just the World Championships at stake here, also seeding into next into the QS events this year. And we have seen an interference just happen there, Benzie. We just want to take a look and see what happened there. But Kirra Pinkerton has been marked an interference.
Yeah, and she's lost a whole wave, so that's a priority interference. I don't know whether that was on Vahine or Kayla Nogueira, but yeah, if it's priority interference, you lose a whole wave, not just a half.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate because she was in striking distance of Vahine at that point in time with only 4.5 minutes remaining.
She really was. And here goes Kayla Nogueira. She's still chasing an 8.67. And, well, Kirra can't win, unfortunately. She's comboed. She needs a 10.7, which is impossible with just one wave in action at JB either. And we're going to have a quick look at the interference. This is Vahine Fierro.
Yeah, those are live pictures of Vahine just tagging one off the top into that right-hand corner on the northern side of the bank here. 3.5 minutes remaining. So looking at the interference here, looks like Kirra Pinkerton.
Yeah, so that was on Kayla Nogueira. She's just collapsed that wave.
Yep, and so the key feature of this is that you cannot hinder the scoring potential of the other competitor, and the judges would have deemed that the scoring potential was infringed upon when that section got pushed down, not allowing her to get a couple of manoeuvres in. So pretty clear paddling interference there, I would think.
It was. It's pretty tough onshore daylight today to be pushing down sections.
Yeah, she was a bit further down the bank too, so you know, I guess she had a look and she was wondering, you know, what the situation could be there. Unfortunately for her, though, she took a few seconds too long to have a look at that wave. And
oh, look at the anguish on her face. Well,
yeah,
unfortunately, these things happen. And is she going to surf angry and smash this one? She's got a big section coming up. Great turn. And, well, the body language suggests that she might head on into the beach. Unfortunately, the cause is lost for this heat. She'll have to regroup. We'll see her again in round 2. They're the rules of priority, unfortunately. You cannot go anywhere near the wave of the surfer with priority. And unfortunately, it's cost Kirra Pinkerton one of her 2 scoring waves and any chance she had of appearing in, well, going directly to round 3. The girl who has gone directly to round 3 is on our screen right now, Vahine Fierro. That was a beautifully put together heat. And looking forward to seeing a lot more of her in action throughout the event. She's got a fantastic style. And I think she may have just marked herself as one to keep an eye on throughout the draw, Brad Bicknell.